All right.
Hi. What that sounds familiar.
So what's your question?
So my question is, I have a piece that I just finished. He's large and cumbersome and I can't ship him. So I'm gonna have to drive him from North Carolina to Buffalo, New York. So there, I'll be going right by you again. Um, Delivery charge. I have the Vegas if it's, should I just charge him for gas? Would you charge for your time? Would
I,
you
I, s- I saw
what
your
would you guys
post.
do? Oh,
I
did
saw
you,
your
Allison?
post,
Thanks.
and the IRS says 70 cents a mile, and I feel like that's a place to start.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know that.
and so depending on where you are in North Carolina, I just put in North Carolina to Buffalo, and it was 660 miles.
Okay.
Um, but also you're gonna have to stay overnight somewhere in a
Well,
hotel.
he has an Airbnb he can put us up in.
Got it.
So meals, and is that 70 cents include things like meals and gas or just 70 cents?
That's
Um,
just per mile. That's
uh,
What?
that's usually just mileage.
How
Okay.
Go
expensive?
and look at the IRS website. They have per mile, and they also have their meals per diem.
Okay.
How expensive was the piece?
good
2,500.
question.
So I don't want
Really?
to overdo it, but
Right,
I'm not driving
right.
for free and
Right.
it's too
Why
heavy.
why don't you advertise if somebody's going driving there and can drop it off for you?
Your audio cut out.
Can't hear you,
Yeah, and mine's on delay.
Carol. Can't hear you.
No audio.
But Carol, we can't hear you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Go out and come back in.
I might have to do the same thing because um, I don't know when you guys can hear me, but my lips aren't moving on the screen. It's about 3 or 4 second delay.
Well,
That's
I hear you
typically a slow
fine.
internet connection, Barry.
Say what?
That's typically a slow internet connection.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I got a fast internet connection, but I think it's the weather.
Anyway, that's a tough situation because if she charges like $500, that's what is it, a fifth, of the price, but
20%.
$250 really isn't enough for the time.
I would try to find another artist that's going
Art?
in that direction.
Well,
Right.
she's not back yet. Wait till she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Creating it and shipping it's going to
Buffalo,
be probably as much as the piece of art is.
and it's not the best time of year to go to Buffalo, I would imagine, weather-wise.
Especially if she's shuffling off.
Hmm.
Bad joke, bad joke.
I guess that's the one good thing about jewelry is it's small, so it's easy to ship anywhere.
I want I want to ask her if she's going to hang the piece too. Is that included? Because if not, why doesn't he just meet her halfway, pick up the piece
There,
and take it the rest of the way?
there was a reason he couldn't. He had posted somewhere about this, and I don't know why he couldn't, but there was some reason. Anyone doing any events in the next 2 months?
Of a trunk show next month,
Uh-huh.
Okay,
but
wait, we can hear you.
Well, all of a sudden my laptop just decided it doesn't want to use my microphone for some reason, just like that. So I'm on my iPad. So
So,
anyway,
some
70 cents a
someone asked,
mile and per diem meals.
Yeah, per diem for meals.
Okay.
What about finding another artist that's driving?
Oh, that's where we were, Larry, when I cut out. My client just decided he needs it this weekend.
like it's an emergency.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
well, he's gifting this to somebody, and it's his birthday, and he's taking him out, and he's like, "Can you get it here this weekend?" I'm like, yeah, okay.
Right, right.
That's
Uh,
that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
and
well, but
that
I
one,
can't ship it. I mean, I wouldn't even
that's
trust
called,
UPS.
you have to charge. You have to charge for
Yeah,
that.
sure, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. I've never had to deliver
Extra,
before.
extra.
So,
That's
okay,
above and beyond.
70 cents times what, 600 miles?
Yeah, it's
Twice.
420.
Wouldn't that be twice?
So,
It's there and
Twice, there and
back.
back.
right, right, right. Um, so okay, it's a $2,500 painting.
Yeah,
There's a certain point, it's like, what is it worth for you to deliver it
right.
while not losing the sale, right? So somewhere between $500 and $800, it seems like might be the realm.
Okay.
This person's sort of demanding.
No, Larry, I mean, Barry, he really hasn't been. I mean, I've been working on this for him for a few months, and it was all
Okay.
of a sudden this thing came up that they were going to be celebrating this guy's birthday. He's not been demanding in the least.
No, you didn't know that though, like 2 weeks
Well,
ago.
but anyway, that's kind of neither here nor there at this point. It's like, okay, what will make it worth your while?
Right.
Did you
Can you
quote
turn it
him on
into a
shipping
fun?
or delivery?
No, I told him there would be a delivery charge or it'd be UPS or whatever, but I wouldn't trust it with UPS. It's too bulky. I mean, it's not, I shouldn't say too heavy. It's 25 pounds, but, um, it won't get there in time, but,
Oh,
um,
that's the big problem.
yeah,
Time.
Well, here's what I would do. Um, Measure it, add, the 2 or 3 inches on the dimensions for padding. Add, 5 or 10 pounds for packing, and you should be able to, with his zip code, look up on FedEx or UPS's website and see what, like second day air would be.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that because you know what shipping was? $35. I already did that. I'm like, what? $35? I can't. Okay, so I'll look at second day air. That's a good idea.
Yeah, look at second day air.
Okay, that's a good idea.
$35 to ship it because it's lightweight, but it's large.
I thought that was really strange. I thought it would have been a lot more than
That
$35.
sounds strange because usually bulky things cost more.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
because it's 6 inches, 8 inches deep at least on a 18 by 24 plus the size of the box. But I put in all that already, but I just didn't look at second day air, so I'll look at that too. That'll give me an idea at least. So okay,
You're gonna
So,
make
how is it going to take a day and a half for you to drive?
it's a 10 hour.
10 hour. Do you do that in a day?
Oh yeah,
Because it
yeah.
does get dark early now too, so
Well,
that's something
10,
else to keep in.
10 hour one
that's
way.
true. One way.
We're talking about, yeah, you got to keep in mind you're talking about both ways. Well, the first thing you want to do is find out how much gas would be, all the miles. So,
Right.
um, like your expenses,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
Depending upon what you're driving, here's what I found. What the government allows you includes more than gas, includes wear and tear on your car,
That's
everything
right.
else.
Mhm.
Well, usually, if you just look at expenses, what the government allows per mile, you can usually get 2 miles out of it.
Oh,
if you
got it.
just look at
Okay.
expenses.
Okay.
So depending upon how everything works out, if you need to eat a little bit of the cost to, not
Sure.
make it too unhappy, if you just charge him the government mileage one way, you'd probably come out okay. Um, just on your costs, out of
Right.
pocket costs.
Right. I mean, he had offered originally to meet me halfway, but he's working and, can't get away. And was just like, all of a sudden this came up. So, and that would have been fine. I wouldn't have had trouble meeting him halfway either. But
I would also look at if the thing's kind of heavy, you might consider crating it.
yes,
And
there's a
so that's going to increase your weight and the bulk a little bit too.
true. Well, I've been looking for a company that would do crating, and there's one an hour and a half from me. I couldn't find anybody local, and they never got back to me anyway. So that point is moot. But okay, all right. Well, that gives me something to go by, and that's very helpful because I was totally
The
And
other
lost.
thing you can do is um, check with FedEx, check with UPS store, see what they charge to pack it themselves, and if they what the um, insurance is if they pack it
Okay.
themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ship it, you have to add the insurance to it.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't do it
Yeah.
any other way.
And it's by $100 increments.
Like 10 cents per hundred, you mean, Barry? Something like
More,
that.
yeah, way more than that though.
Well, just throw a number out there. I know what you mean. Okay. All right.
But a lot of times I forget where seems like somewhere I saw that if they pack it, it's a little easier to collect on the insurance because they're supposed to pack it to their
That,
standards.
that's
True.
right.
Right.
The sad thing about that, or not sad thing, but the thing about that is we know how to pack our work way better than they do,
That's
I
probably
think.
that's true. That's true.
you
Yeah,
know,
so because you
I
know the pitfalls,
Mm-hmm.
the weak
I
and
I
everything.
think in the end you need to figure out minimally of what it's worth for you, right? And I
Right.
mean, it seems like it shouldn't be less than $500. I mean, just it's really it's going to be 3 days round trip.
True.
Whether you decide to
That's
make a
right.
fun trip out of it or not is besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like chicken wings?
Do you like chicken wings? Yes. Why?
Because the original bar, the anchor
Oh,
bar that
yep.
said, okay, there's that. Let's see, what else? Do you like snow? Do you ski?
Nope. My other half does.
Okay.
Bob does. I don't.
Oh, I got one. How about Niagara Falls?
Yeah, Elvis.
I used to live in Rochester, so I've been there. I've
Okay,
done
so
Niagara Falls.
never mind. Never. I'm just throwing things out. Never mind about that.
I
Okay.
appreciate that, Barry. Might as well make a trip of it if you can, right?
Right. But it's a shaky time of year given the weather.
Well, that's why I want to go now. I don't want to wait until like, December, January.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah, but
left
it
the
could be
north for a
bad.
reason.
I would check the weather because it could be bad this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Yeah, I would look at FedEx and UPS and you can get an idea. Um,
Okay.
Yeah, well, they
But
may want the piece put on a pallet.
it's a little small to go on a pallet.
yeah, an 18 by 24 in a pallet.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. Well, I appreciate your help, guys. Really, I got to run to this other, get ready for this other call. But thank you. That's been very helpful because I was really
Good
stuck.
luck.
So thanks,
Good
Allison.
luck.
Appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Katie. I'll see you guys next time.
All
Bye.
right,
Take
bye.
care. Bye.
So, Kaylee, you said you have a trunk show.
Yeah, it's a holiday luncheon for a networking group.
Hmm.
So don't expect to make much, but it's sort of show and tell.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Well, I did another church craft
Oh,
fair on
yeah.
Saturday
And
and Let's see. I lost $15 this time, but I made twice as many sales.
Oh,
Wait a minit. How does,
how did you lose money then?
Well, I only
because
made
he didn't
one
make
sale
any
before, and
booths.
I made two sales this time.
Uh-huh.
So I make twice as many sales.
I had I had one on Sunday that I blew off because Saturday night I went to see Billy Strings, and Sunday I was exhausted.
Hmm.
I will tell you, and this does not bode well for the upcoming art show season. There was nobody there that was selling much of anything. And I'm talking about there were a lot of people there with items under $10 that weren't selling stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't bode well.
yeah,
That
but
has
those are,
nothing to do with art shows.
yeah. I wouldn't want to, I've died at shows where people had stuff for $10.
You know, I, I mean, I've been at shows where there's a ceramic artist next to me and they have $45 things,
Yeah.
and I have $450 things. And they'll say to the $45 thing, oh, that's expensive. And they'll say $450 is expensive. So
Yeah.
it's affordability is very ambiguous. And, the
It's
potter
less
was going to lower.
it's
Yeah.
less about affordability and
Hmm.
about people simply about people spending money. And people
Right.
spending money on cheap things. If they're not buying cheap things, I don't see them buying more expensive things. I think it's
I
people.
do. I do because the rich are getting richer, and that's who we need
Yes.
to,
Yes,
focus
but
on.
that is a very small percentage of the population.
Right.
I agree
Well,
with Allison, and it isn't as small as you'd think. There's plenty of people with a lot of money.
I signed up for something in February during the Tucson Gem Show. And if you don't know, the Tucson Gem Show is probably the largest gem show in the country, if not I mean, there's other gem shows around the world, but
It's
it's
a whole
many
month
gem,
long.
right. And it's many shows. Like every hotel has a show in it. There's tents sprung up um, and Snag, which is Society of North American Goldsmiths, but nobody's actually a goldsmith, it's more art jewelry. They're having like for members, you could sign up they have a location that's very centrally located next near the convention center. And it's a risk, but it doesn't cost anything for members. And if you sell something, then their cut is 25%. And it's just one day, it's 10 to 5. And I thought, you know what, let me just try this because it's free to the public. And there's so many people in town at that time. And I thought that might, because I am going to the gem show next year, haven't gone in a while. And I thought that might be a good risk to take. And if anything, if I don't make sales, I'll see a lot of people. It'll be pleasant, all of that. And so, I just decided earlier today to hit the submit button and sign up.
Hey, Allison, are you going to buy gems and stuff while you're there too?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I haven't gone for quite a few years, but I also have stone suppliers. They come through town, and I invite people to the studio. Um, and I know one comes through town, before the gem show. So but there's some things that I need that, I could probably order, but I never do. And I like going. And I have no, it's so hard now to make plans, but it's like, well, I'm what am I going to just sit still? I mean, we still have to live our lives, and you know, I, I kind of feel mixed about it, but on the other hand, I mean, I'm still in business, so um, we don't know what next year will bring, and yeah, so I mean, I don't know what else to do, but you know, I'm still in business. I'm still selling my work. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go next year. And yeah, it- that's all I could say about that, because otherwise I don't know what else to do. So,
I had a lady try and talk me into doing a show that I did last year, a little bigger show. And I said, yeah, I didn't have any. I did that last year and didn't have any sales.
mhm,
And she says, well, I'm helping her with it and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm not going to spend even more money to do, you know, not do any sales.
right.
If you don't go, you know what your sales are going to be.
Yeah. If I don't go, I'm not out $125 either.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right. That's always a consideration.
Yeah.
Is that, is that the booth, the rental booth fee, or does
Yeah,
that
it's
include food?
$125 for 2 days. The problem is it's the weekend after Thanksgiving. I would have to change my Thanksgiving plans, and I have my pieces are going to be at least two, if not all four of my new pieces are going to be in a group show that they're also going to have an auction at. Um, so I'm probably going to have to deal with hanging my pieces for that show. So I just don't want to deal with it. If I knew I could make some money, then I would definitely do it. But I'm now done 3 shows in the little town I live nearby, and between the 3 shows, I think I've done like $120 total. And one of them was a 2-day outdoor art fair.
Hmm. And that's a lot of time for you, anyway, just, your time is worth something. I mean, if you're meeting people or whatever, that is a different story, but it doesn't sound like that's the case.
Yeah. The first church craft show I did was $35 for the booth fee, and I sold $25. This one, the one I did Saturday, was $45, and I sold $30 worth of stuff. Sold two $15 prints.
Hmm.
Because I took all the stuff I would normally take to the garage sale to get rid of it. So it was all
Hmm.
cheap, cheap, cheap.
Right. But you probably wanted to sell volume.
Now, the first one I didn't have anybody look at the stuff, but then the second one I had more people look.
Hmm. Now, would you ever do that on an email, for your customers saying, you know, uh, from the archives,
Yeah.
pieces, price to
In fact, I'm
sell?
about to.
Yeah.
I've got to do some rework on my website or finish off the website I started a year ago, get the store finished, then yeah, that's going to happen in the next couple weeks.
Hmm.
And then I also have to build a new website for the new work because it doesn't go well enough with the old work to be on one website.
Hmm.
So Barry, have you got your FO letter from Fort Worth yet?
Uh, as of 3 o'clock, it's okay. What time is it?
4:30, 4:26.
Okay, as of 4 o'clock, I had not gotten my rejection. Oh no, I don't want to talk like that. I haven't gotten my acceptance yet. I did look just before I sat down and turned on the laptop. That's funny, they're a little late, I think.
Well, would they be sending it today since it's a holiday?
Yes, it said the 11th. Ask Oscar. Oscar checks every 2 minutes.
What you talking about?
Fort Worth.
I didn't even know anything about it. They want to send it until midnight.
Midnight? That was last night, though. Wouldn't that
That's
be
what
last?
they. That's what Jay does all the time. He doesn't send the application to notification until late at night.
I did
Right.
look.
Yeah, they send them late at night for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
Mhm.
how about you, Court?
No, I haven't heard anything. I haven't looked lately either.
That's right. The question is, do you want to make your day or ruin your day? Actually, actually, it's not exactly ruining because the prevailing result is a rejection. So it isn't like, it would be more like, wow, I got in, as opposed to, oh, another rejection. So that's kind of how it is.
I'm just really curious.
Yeah, no kidding. Me too.
Well, it's different because I have all this totally new work. I mean, before I had some idea. Now I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue how juries are going to see my new work. Really, I
Is
mean,
this the first one you've juried with the new work?
second.
Uh,
And then after this, I'll be the end of January before I find anything else out. It's interesting that Brookside and Cherry Creek are so far apart in
mhm.
date, but their notification is literally 2 days apart.
Right.
Is the deadline is the Brookside deadline passed?
Uh,
No, Brookside just opened the first of the month.
Yeah.
it's a
I
bunch
swore
of that
my
deadline is in December. There's nothing for this month
Hmm.
coming up that I know.
I swore I wouldn't get sucked in and apply again. But as we're talking, I'm weakening.
I apply just in case. If I get in, great. If I don't get in, okay. But if you don't apply, you're definitely not going to do it.
Literally, it's the only show I've ever applied to that I haven't gotten in ever.
Well, have you ever applied to Smithsonian or Philadelphia?
Oh, okay. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
No, I have. I was going to say no, but I have, yes.
Sorry to bring that
That's all
up.
right. That's all right. Well, I don't do it now because those, first of all, I don't want to go to Philadelphia. It's
It's a
narrow
schlep at
street.
this time of year, also.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
There you
Uh,
go.
yeah. And then the other one, well, that's Washington D.C. I have applied, but I haven't applied lately. There's an
Yeah.
East Coast bias, and I don't. If I had done it a lot, it'd be one thing. I'd have customers, but it's expensive. So
Yeah, I know. Very expensive before you even sell your first piece.
yeah,
I've been
and there's a
thinking like
bias.
that. What?
There's a bias, BIAS.
But
I'm
I
not.
know, but there are people from the West Coast that get in. I mean, so
Yeah.
The
who
uh,
knows?
the deadline for Cherry Creek is December 1st, and the deadline for Brookside is January 17th.
Well, that's good. I have time to make up my mind.
And the boy Brookside turns their jury in a hurry. 10 days.
Uh-huh.
I actually like that. Do you think they have a jury, or does Donna Potts make the decisions?
They have a jury. I've known people that have been on the jury.
Well, I hope we all get lucky this year.
I agree.
I just sent in my renewal for the state of Colorado's sales tax license thing. You know, it's $16, so I keep it up and be nice to get in. It's only 5.5 hours from me.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be 2.5 days. Big difference.
Do you apply to more than one show in Colorado?
Let's see. Last year I did apply to Crested Butte, which is also pretty close.
Yeah.
I
So,
stay
it
away
just
from the,
depends.
I tend
Yeah.
to stay away. I might consider it now, but I tend to stay away from anything in the mountains because they want mountain photographs.
Well, proximity, I think, is, also a driver. Like when I think about all these East Coast shows, but they're so far, right? So it might not like, if you're closer to a show, it might make more sense, even if even if it's a modest show. Um, I've been trying to think of shows with just within a day's drive, but on the other hand, I don't want to do a show just to do a show because I have this local artist market, but um still it would be nice to do some traveling shows because I tend to do more volume of sales at the big art fairs.
I think that this year you can do Crystal View, Park City, and Sun Valley. They're all
Hmm.
different weekends. So that might be a good thing for you, Allison.
Well, Park City, Sun Valley, or Crested Butte, Sun Valley, or it's a nice double bill. It's
Yeah.
like 10 hours to Park City and then just another 4.5 to Sun Valley.
Yeah, but
So,
Crystal View is not the same weekend at Park City this year.
oh, it's not?
It's not.
Oh, I have to look. I thought it was the first weekend
No,
in
they're different
August.
weekends.
Wow, that's new. What weekend is it then, huh?
I don't remember. I cannot tell you because I'm driving, but
I can't
that's
hear.
what
Sorry, I
I'm
can't hear
driving,
you.
so I cannot tell you.
I understand. It's okay. I can look. Don't you look.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious. A lot of shows are on the same weekend this year, it seems. Let's see.
Yeah, I was surprised. Never did. I'll have to send Sarah Moore a email and ask her why she went with the same weekend as Fort Worth. Typically, it's the weekend before.
Hmm.
What show?
Crested Butte is July 31st to August 2nd. Or was that? Yeah, 2026, July 31st to August 2nd. So, and Park City should be on that weekend as well. What
That
show
is
are you
not.
talking about?
It's not.
Oh, Park City. What show are you talking about, Court?
I don't remember.
Mhm. Oh, I see Park City is August 7th and 9th. And wonder if that's Sun Valley. Yeah, usually Park City is the very first weekend in August. All right, let's see. Well, it only has 2025 dates, but it's usually the second weekend. So that means I wouldn't, that means Park City and Sun Valley are on the same weekend. And Crested Butte is the weekend before. Well,
I don't think I'm going to get in, but I,
then there's a bunch. There's what, Old Town, Lakefront, and Columbus are all on the same weekend.
that weekend they have at least, I was counting,
Technically, I couldn't do Columbus according to their new rules
why?
because I would have to apply under digital imaging, and it says absolutely no AI under digital imaging.
That weekend you got Columbus, Old Town, Wall Street, Omaha, and a bunch of little shows that nobody really do. And
Maybe
Lakefront. And Lakefront.
I'm
Three
doing
Rivers
lakefront.
also. Maybe.
No, I think I'm okay there.
There's Lakefront, Old Town, Columbus, Omaha, and who else? And Wall Street. So it's 5 big shows the same weekend.
Wow. Wonder how that happened.
I don't know. They usually, Omaha usually go that weekend. Old Town goes that weekend. Columbus goes that weekend. And Wall Street goes that weekend.
Hmm. And then
Lakefront is
Lakefront varies.
very.
Yeah. But how's a person supposed to make a living just by doing, one show instead of, say three in a cluster? I mean, that's the hard part that, I mean, I guess, there are more people who will be able to get into certain shows, but traveling a distance, one wants to, get a few shows together to make the travel worthwhile.
See, I like that. I like that there's like when it's a really good show with this that there's two of them on the same weekend because um only half of the really, it's harder you get a greater chance of getting into one of those when there's two shows on that same weekend. Like Old Town and Lakefront, they're an hour apart, and one's in Chicago and one's in Milwaukee. And I actually know people that go to both. Uh,
Yes, I have customers that go to both for
yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah. So if there's just one, there, what is that? If it's Old Town, 250 artists. If you have Old Town and Lakefront, you have 500 artists between the two. So you got a better chance of doing one of the good shows.
Well, but if you're traveling from far away, then you have to decide, is it even worth coming out for just one show rather than two? Two shows kind of makes it a little more,
Yeah, yeah. But
feasible. So,
you could add a secondary lesser show or three.
but so I was thinking, like, if I'm going to go do a show and break even, for example, like, what's the point? Um, and
But
I just, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, but
I think, I hope show promoters realize that we're also businesses. I mean, this is business and we're trying to, you know, earn money to pay our huge health insurance costs and all that. But I mean,
survive.
it just, to travel, 2 days for one show. And of course, there's never a guarantee how you're going to do it any show. Um, and you could travel 2 days for one show and then the weather could be awful or there's all these factors in our gamble. So that's why think it's nicer when you could do more than one show. But like, I'd rather stare at a wall than do a bad show, or a show that let's say my work is too expensive for, or something like that.
Yeah, the problem is that we don't know until we do the show.
That's true.
Right. But I mean, I could look and see the exhibitors, the price points, something like that.
I I think the Columbus Springs is a volume show, and I think that Old Town and have become more like a big sales show, like a 2 or 3 big sales, and that's it. Uh,
Well, it depends on what you're selling. I mean,
I know.
I
Um,
sell more than two or three things there, but um, yeah. Well, that's why it's important to figure out other ways to sell because there's so much we can't count on. Every year we have to start from scratch.
Yeah, you can't count on any show from year to year to be good or be bad.
Or to
Because,
or to get in.
well, yeah, because especially to get in, because they have different juries every year. It's totally different.
Hmm.
You can't say,
Yeah,
"Oh, I did really good this year at X show, so I'm going to get in next year." When it could be it's a totally different jury. So,
right, right, exactly.
Well, here's what Columbus says about photography,
Hmm.
and it's really confusing. Uh, Photography includes traditional film photography, hand-colored images, emulsion transfers, and digital photography that has not been manipulated to achieve results beyond what could be done in a traditional darkroom. All pieces must be signed, numbered, and dated in limited editions of no more than 250. Prints must have been processed by the artist and printed under the artist's direct supervision. The surface of the surface on which the photographs are printed must be identified in the description: paper, aluminum, wood, fabric, canvas, etc. Photographers must disclose and display their creative and printing processes in their booth during the festival. Note: digital photography should be submitted in the digital art category.
what is
okay.
Well,
geography?
wait, what's digital photography?
Yeah,
Photography is photography.
So now then, digital art, um,
Just applying photography. Come on.
Well, I was going to ask Court, which of those things that you rattled off disqualifies you for applying to the show?
Right.
if you want to get into the technical part of it,
Yeah.
um, people could say my conversion from color to black and white.
Come on. That's bullshit.
Or the fact that I'm really increasing the resolution.
No.
I don't think either of those actually disqualifies you. That's
Yeah, that's bullshit.
yeah, right.
Now
you know
then,
the one thing
digital art, the
uh,
last thing says work generated by or with the aid of artificial intelligence is prohibited.
Well, that makes sense, but your intelligence isn't artificial.
Well,
That depends on whose opinion.
if I have to apply in digital art,
you're not going to
Gigapixel
get in.
uses artificial intelligence to increase the resolution. So my work
Come
is
on.
generated with the aid of artificial
Hey,
intelligence.
No, I think you apply with
Bullshit.
photography.
that
Or,
answer's artificial.
or you're just looking for a reason not to apply.
There you go.
I wouldn't apply anyway. I would not apply anyway. It's
Listen,
just that it's one thing is it says, you know, if you do this, you can apply under photography, but the very last line says digital photography should apply under digital art.
No,
wait a
that's
minute.
not digital photography.
Okay, who uses film and versus who uses
It's
a digital
it's
camera?
all photography now, and it's been that way for the last 20 years.
So it's just confusing the way it's written. That's all.
They just
It's
don't
No,
know.
horrible.
it's
And
it's it's a change they made recently, didn't they, Oscar?
I don't think so, but because I don't pay too much attention to that because I don't apply to that show thinking that when I get in, I always get into Old Town. So I choose Old Town because less traveling. Um, but I didn't pay too much attention. The one thing that throws me off is like I'm not going to date my print. That's not going to happen. You know, it, that's
Well,
just
then you can't apply to Winter Park either.
Yeah.
I date the prints. I date the date, put the date on it that it was take the I don't date the print. I date the image. The date I put on there is the date the image was taken.
yeah. That's. I understand that. I had a record when I took the picture. The first time I print the image. That's basically the first time I ever did it. But I'm not going to put my signature, the edition, and the date, and any of my prints. I just sign it. That nobody in the real world asks for the information like that. Somebody asking, I will add it up.
Every large show wants signed and numbered. And no show I've ever done has called me on it because my limited edition prints are signed and numbered, but the rest of them aren't.
I just keep a top track of every single image, and I can pull it out of my phone anytime they want to. And the last time I printed it, so I just I just don't know, man. They are they just trying to appease a sector of the artists that doesn't make any sense to me. I just think that there's a lot of people that just think that every medium is easier than theirs. It's easier to sell prints than selling original artwork, but I just don't think that people understand that I cannot sell a photograph for the same amount of price than an original oil painting. You know, at least not in the shows, maybe in the gallery setting, but not even that. So I don't know. But I just sick and tired of dealing with that shit because it doesn't make any sense to me anymore. And some people don't like. My biggest problem is now that every time I jury, they looking at the metal prints and it becomes a problem for some people. But who knows?
Some people meaning jurors,
Jurors,
showrunners.
jurors and artists, both.
Well, the only problem is jurors. Artists, it doesn't count what they think.
Yeah, but they just make a big noise and complain a lot and bitch a much, and then the next thing you know, the director is in there, and you have to explain yourself.
Just invite them to your studio or like to go take photographs with you. You know they're not going to go.
I know. Mark Grosser took a post that somebody started and started attacking that, and I got caught up in that. But everybody was saying like he should be worried more about his work than somebody else's work. They should be paying more attention to what you're doing and not start blaming people for the lack of sales for other people what they're doing. Because you don't know really. one of my friends was next to another photographer friend of mine, and he was busy all day long. That was in Des Moines, and they thought that he was making a bank. And said, no, I've just been selling a lot of small prints all day long. I have not sold anything from the wall yet. So that's what's going on. So oh my God. I needed the money, so I did the job. That's the only thing I need to know. Just driving back home in a traffic jam.
I'm gonna go. I'm not feeling great today, so I'll see everybody later.
Oh, sorry. Feel
All right,
better.
Kurt.
All right, feel better.
Better.
Yeah, Oscar, Allison, I may see you this evening.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
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 So,
So,
So what else is coming out this week? You say Fort Worth, and what else coming out next after that? I'm Barry.
No, yeah, I don't know because I didn't apply to anything that's, any of these events. I already know about my Florida things and so it's just
are
most
you
of
doing are you doing a lot in Florida?
I'm doing 3 shows.
Oh.
I I do best when I don't string along 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
Put 3 together and then get out of there or hang out.
Yeah.
Although although after Coconut Grove, since I'll be done, well, I applied to Gasparilla, but it's my only rejection of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, so there, I have nothing after Coconut Grove. Now, once I'm down there, if I have the work, oh, and that's the other thing. I don't even know if I'm going to have the work. So
Mm-hmm.
it really depends. Um, uh, so I have a friend that lives in Guatemala, and I saw her last week. She comes up north, and so there's a chance that after Coconut Grove, I'll just fly to Guatemala for 10 days, come back, and then, come go back up north.
Mm-hmm.
Get all warmed up, huh?
I would, I would do the garage sale, but there are people that sell pots for $5 and $10, and I just can't do that. So that leaves me out of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Winter Park is too far, it's like far in advance. However, having done this for a long time, I know that, and there's all these, these show directors, there's a lot of shows, independent people, that do their own shows. Um, Patty Narodsky, Bill, well, Paragon, there's a bunch of them. So it's possible to pick up a show that I didn't apply to,
Mm-hmm.
which we do sometimes. It's
Well, I get a break from the artist market from from January to March. We go
yeah.
until December, depending on the weather. And a little worried about this coming weekend. I'd really like it to happen, but what? Kaylee, I thought you said something.
no, I was coughing.
Oh. So anyway, I'll teach a little bit during that time period, but I'd like to just have time to work because when I'm doing these every single Saturday, it's a little difficult to just get into the zone,
Hmm.
especially working on big pieces. And
Yeah.
I've gotten better at it as this year's gone on. because I don't have to just finish something, by a Saturday, by any given Saturday.
Mhm.
But anyway, it'd be nice to have that time. And but yeah, so last year we went through till the 28th of December, but the weather was pretty mild. And we've been lucky so far, but it's always a drag when we have to lose a weekend, a Saturday. This year in April, twice it snowed. It didn't snow all winter, and then in April, we lost a couple of Saturdays to snow. So, and sometimes we don't find out until Friday at 5 o'clock. Very rarely it'll be the next day. That's really a little stressful, but they do their best because they don't want to cancel it. They don't have to. But if it's going to be 30 degrees and snowing, they're not going to have it.
Yeah, that's not fun to be outside in that weather, even if it's for 4 or 5 hours.
Right. I mean, if it's sunny, it's fine. If the sun is key here. But yeah, but nobody would be out if it's snowing. And like if there's a big snowstorm or something, they would cancel it. Just because it's, too much.
Can you
You
just
know.
not show up if you don't like the weather?
Well, you would cancel if you cancel after the Monday of that week, then you lose your $100. But you wouldn't just not show up because you're part of this organization, and it would be very bad to do that. But you could say, I can't make it. I mean, even if it
Well,
was at the last minute, you would tell them though. You wouldn't just blow it off.
so if you got up at like 6 in the morning on Saturday morning and it's raining and it's windy, you couldn't just say just not got go. Could
Well,
you?
they would probably cancel it, and that's the thing. They're so good at canceling when it's just ridiculous weather.
Mhm.
Um, so uh, like I don't know, a month ago or so, it rained quite a bit, and they canceled one because it was rainy and stormy and windy. So winds are, something they really don't like. But so generally, if it's going to be like that, they will cancel. But a lot of times the weather's ambiguous, and so it's hard to know. But yes, so if you woke up in the morning and said, I'm not going to make it, you would tell them. You wouldn't just ever blow it off because um, you know, the, it's they need to the people who run it are artists who also do it, and there's only, I don't know, five of them or so,
Mhm.
um it would be in really bad form to not tell them.
And you know them pretty well. They're
Well, they're the board members, they run the organization, and it's so you jury in, and then you have to do at least one a year to stay in.
Mhm.
But bad behavior, I don't know if you could. I mean, they're not even taking jewelers in the next jury for 2026 because they want to keep it balanced.
Yeah.
They don't want all jewelry. And so, I'm so lucky that when I applied, they had space for jewelers because I mean, it's a good gig for sure.
When do you pay that $100?
So at the beginning of the year, you sign up for as many as you want, and
Hmm.
then you can cancel as you go. Like if when I find out about shows, I'll email them with all the dates I'm canceling.
Hmm.
Um, and they already have your check. So um, you have to write a check for each one. So they cash the check the Wednesday after the Saturday that you did.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Um,
you have to you don't have to worry about them cashing the check and then you have to go, hey, I want my money back.
no, no, not at all. No.
Yeah,
They're on it completely. They
that's
have
an
these
early.
reserve they have these reservation forms that we fill out, at the beginning of the year, and we have to write a check for each show, but they'll rep them up as we cancel. And again, you could wait till the Monday before to cancel, but I usually will cancel, when I find out about the shows. So sometimes it's really far in advance.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, they're a very well-oiled system. I mean, it's kind of amazing. Just everything, even the load in, load out, all of that stuff. Like the most I have to wait to you pull your car right up to like near your booth, and to load out, at most I'd have to wait 10 minutes to go get the car. Um, Often it's not even that. So you know, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's always hard work doing these things, but of these sorts of things, it's a good gig to have. And as I say, I'm very grateful because we see a lot of people. Um, so um, yeah, and it makes it that I have another option when I get rejected from shows.
You get the same spot every time you do it.
Nah, there's only 40 of us on any given time. And so, you can request things, but there's no bad spot. It's two rows facing each other. So people are funneled through.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Um, so, there's no bad spot. Hmm. Just worried about the weather this coming Saturday. I'm hoping, the weather could shift in a week's time, even though it says it might be bad. By the time you get to that day, it might be okay.
Yeah,
But
we
here's
get we
hoping.
get updates daily and they change daily.
Right, right.
My God.
So, Larry, what are you up to?
What am I up to?
Yes,
I'm getting
photography wise, or
a lot of jewelry.
yeah, there's a lot of jewelers out there.
Trying to figure out how to download a video from Facebook,
Hmm.
and I just can't seem to do it.
Hmm.
There used to be an app that that'll download
Yeah, not anymore.
no,
No, it wants to download my whole profile.
really?
Oh,
Yeah,
and it's not on YouTube or anything. It's on Facebook directly.
yeah,
Mm.
You can't right click it and say,
I tried. That's the easy way.
Alison, what is the name of the app that where you schedule your social posts?
Wait, that I what my social posts?
It schedule the social posts. Like you can make the post and schedule it to come out in a week from now.
Oh, no, I think that's just directly on Instagram or something like that. Yeah. I don't think there's not an app that I know of, but you can schedule posts on Instagram.
Okay, I will take a look again today.
Hey Oscar, what AI program do you use?
That GPT-5 is the pay one.
The pay one. And what's the difference between the free one and the pay one?
Uh, if you're doing like a heavy duty, uh, like when I was doing the rooms, the pay one you can do as many as you want. The other one will cap out after 3. And if you're doing a lot of writing, it taps out after 10 questions. So it doesn't, and the pay one, you can do as much as you want through the day.
Now, I liked when you asked the ChatGPT to analyze your work. So, how would I do that? What do you do?
You need to have a website first of all, or you have to be online for them to look at it. And just look for your work, and it does it.
Oh, okay.
Like I do that for the how to improve my website, and give you different things. The more you use it, the more it knows you. Like right now, I'm trying to keep it, fix my grammar, but keep my voice. So I'm trying to get to do that because they were changing too much what I want to say sometimes, the tone. But, at least I don't get any more to learn how to speak English or write English anymore. So it's a catch 22. So I'm doing everything that I can to look more professional. And I'm trying to keep up with fresh everything that I do. So we see. I'm really not looking forward to do this stupid show with the Gil tomorrow.
I think you'll be all right.
I hope so because I'm expecting to make my numbers, but I don't want to feel like I waste my 2 days.
I think you'll be better than you think. But I think you won't sell anything off the wall. I'd be surprised if you sold something off the wall. You'll sell, your stuff in the bins.
Well, last year I sold a couple of pieces from the wall, so.
Well, there you go. So I'm wrong.
But I'm going to treat it like a garage sale. Like some things I bring in some stuff that I will not be bringing to the auto shows anymore. So, and put it up and see what happens. But we see. I really, Dogwood is not the same weekend as Fort Worth this year. But I really, quite honest with you, I would rather do try Atlanta, Fort Bridges, and then go to Knoxville, Tennessee, and go home. Instead of going, because if I get to Fort Worth, I will have to drive all the way home and then drive all the way down to Texas, which I really don't look forward to do that.
Really? You'd go out there and then go back again?
Yeah, because it will be like almost 3 weeks before Fort Worth.
Oh, well, that's different.
Like only if I can, and I can do Atlanta and then go to Fort Worth, but we see. I don't think I'm going to get in. I really think it's going to be Atlanta, Chattanooga, and then Knoxville, then home, which is fine with me. The only thing that's going to be, I'm going to have four kiddies really pissed off at me.
Oh, that's
You're gonna
right.
have to take them with you.
Dahlia went to the other neighbor, didn't she, or something like that?
Yeah.
She left you?
No, she's sneaking to somebody else's house by mistake.
Yeah, sure, by mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody
She
where
got
there
fed
was
up with
actually
you.
food.
And then at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's sitting in the back door. waiting for me to open the door. Uh, and it's, but they want to go out today, but it was 26 degrees outside, and I was not going to.
26?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't
like
realize it was
that
that
here
cold.
too.
That's not cold.
Wow. 26 is
Yeah.
not cold? Well,
Well, yeah, I said they tongue in cheek. Because it can easily get below zero. Hey, it was colder in Chicago than it was up here.
It was 26 degrees. It was snowing.
wow. I had no idea.
It finally stopped snowing today, but it's been
Well,
snowing since Saturday night. So
it's gray here and looks miserable. But
yeah, my customers asking why I'm leaving for Florida already. That's like a December 27th.
well, I didn't go outside once today.
Well, I don't blame you if it's that cold.
Yeah,
But
it's 70 here and I need a sweater on.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
well, if you're used to it, 26 isn't that cold.
Mhm.
I
I'm
hate to say
sorry,
that.
26 degrees is still cold.
It
Yeah,
is.
whether you're
I
used
agree.
to it or not.
Yeah. that's
No.
that's the temperature inside your refrigerator.
Well, I'm happy because I'm making pots again. I started.
Oh, that should be, well, if you're firing them, that should be nice and warm.
That's
Well,
true.
what's interesting is I'm not doing any more raku firing, so everything's going to be inside. I'm not going to have to go out and stand outside and go, "What am I doing here? This is ridiculous."
Mhm.
The secret was not buying any raku clay, so I was
Ah,
Oh,
forced to do something else, which I'm
Or
committed
so
to doing. So I don't really know what I'm doing, but I hope they all come out really nice.
well, that's exciting. I mean, not knowing what you're doing, discovery, all that.
Terrifying. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
Because I've done some I've done some pieces, and they haven't come out the way I wanted them to. So I'm actually winging it. These are pieces I need for Florida. So
Oh,
I know we'll see what happens. There's no time for
what about
testing.
all your mugs?
Um, I'm not. I sold all the mugs.
Oh, well, make some more.
Well, maybe. No, I got to make these other pieces. I got to make my pieces for Florida. That's what I'm actually
Well,
doing.
they need mugs in Florida, I'm sure.
I've already had one show tell me, because I mistakenly sent my booth shot with mugs in them, and they said, "Well, you can do the show, but you can't have your mugs in your booth." So they've already been rejected once. Although, there's not a whole lot of scrutiny. So if I brought mugs, I could sell. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to say anything.
I think you should only put like a handful out and then replace them at the sale. Nobody's going to tell you anything.
See, that's the problem. You can't just put out six. You have to put out like a dozen. You have to make a presence. Otherwise, they don't sell. So you have to do this. But I think I can do it. I think I'm okay.
Oh, oh.
Well, are you making functional pieces?
No.
No.
Not
Okay,
yet.
well,
I might, but as of right now, I have not made any functional pieces.
Are you
well, I
doing any?
remember.
No, go ahead, Allison.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say, I remember there was someone at the farmers that that sold the mugs for you, a coffee person. That was a good mix.
My, hey, my mugs sold every week at the farmer's market, and I wasn't even there.
That's even better.
It was great. Now it's over, it's winter, so there's
Hmm.
no outside thing. It's a short season, but I
Yeah.
was surprised as hell, and it felt good. My friend came with cash every Saturday afternoon. Here, that was nice.
Yeah, I
It
bet.
was food money. For me, it was food money, so and then some.
Well, hopefully you could do that next year too.
Well, if I live here,
Right.
I don't want to be.
Or
Yeah,
somewhere, you
that's
know.
true. That's true. That's true. There's farmers markets everywhere, so
But that situation where you didn't have to be there was kind of ideal.
I know, I know, I agree, I agree. Although I could make the mugs, a bunch of mugs, give them to my friend, and then he can just send me the money,
Yeah.
add it up, and send me the money if he wants to do that. I mean, there's other people selling functional pieces there, not very many, but there's a few. But and I'm wondering why mine sold because I didn't think mine were anything special, but maybe because I've lived here a long time, I have a somewhat of a reputation. I won't say whether it's good or bad. I just have a reputation. So they were buying my mugs. Plus, I didn't charge a whole lot.
Hmm.
Well, it was more me, in the middle. I mean, the last show I did, I saw mugs for $60, $65, which
Yeah.
like that's what they're going
Yeah,
for.
they're going $40 to $80. I've seen the mugs now.
Yeah, yeah, and
Hmm.
you never sell
Yeah.
just one. So, I mean, sometimes you sell one, but you can easily sell four. That's pretty good. You know. Well, I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it out at Coconut Grove.
Or you could give incentive to sell four. Like let's say one
Oh,
was 60
four.
bucks, but
That's four.
four was not $240, you know?
No, it would be 200. If I sold them for $60, which I probably wouldn't, it would be like $50. So like that'd be 200. And maybe I'd do 175. You buy four, you get paid 175. I always do that. I would always do that.
Ceramics are always I think often underpriced.
Yes, they are.
Mhm. And because you got to think about, what does it cost to turn the lights on? You have this energy you use.
That's right. Yes. I've
Ugh.
complained a lot about that kind of thing. See how dark it is?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see. Let me turn it on. So the question is, after I get off, do I look and see if Fort Worth came out, or I
Yes.
or do I just
It doesn't
wait?
going to come on to 10 o'clock at night. It's not going to show up until 10 o'clock at night, I'm telling you. The thing I'm joking about is that's what he does every year.
All right.
Well, you could ask Oscar to text you when the results come out.
Hey, I don't have to
Uh,
ask Oscar. I don't have to ask Oscar. He texts me. You know what? In fact, when there's a show and I get a text and I look, it's Oscar. Oh, it
Well,
came
that's
up.
nice.
I know. He's my guy.
I want to. I'm going to take care of my mom. I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to leave town at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I wish I was there just to come and visit.
Where Nicole is going to miss you.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
They,
Hey,
they,
Did they finally settle on the week Grand Rapids weekend?
I don't know yet. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
right.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the first weekend, and it's only 90 artists.
Who's running that show?
Gil.
That's a different guild?
The Ann
No,
Arbor Guild.
Ann Arbor
Oh,
Gil.
that. Oh, the same guild. Oh, interesting.
All right, guys, I gotta go feed Elvis.
All right.
Okay.
Not everyone can say that.
Hey, Barry,
Hey, what?
it's the top post on my timeline. It's a video of Billy Strings. If you can figure out a way to actually download it
Okay. Now, where is it? Where is it?
on my
Bye, everyone.
timeline, it's the top post.
Okay, you're talking about the show you went to and you
Yes.
filmed it yourself?
Well, no, somebody filmed it.
Oh.
It wasn't,
You know what?
they recorded it from right front of the mix booth.
I'm gonna tell you something. Look on YouTube,
I did.
and it's not there.
No,
When was the concert?
Saturday night.
Okay, because usually it'd be up by now.
I know.
You
It's
know, if it's somebody
it's
big,
Radio Free Internet posted it.
well, yeah, well, some group had some person with a subscript, a channel.
Right.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, guys, I will see you next week, hopefully.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
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 Oscar, if I don't talk to you, which I probably will because we'll commiserate. Oh, he's gone. Never.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.